Hi YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about a live streamer who was so desperate for tips, money, and donations that he ends up killing his girlfriend on a live stream.
Stas Reeflay, whose real name is Stanislav Reshetnikov, is a Russian live streamer and YouTuber. His content generally focuses on himself playing video games or in online casinos. However, he's also what is known as a trash streamer, which is a streaming subculture wherein the viewers pay the streamer to partake in certain actions. On December 2nd,
Which that is very common in Russia, especially in this time frame. This was a very popular thing for people to be doing.
2020, Stas was streaming with his girlfriend Valentina, who was possibly in the early stages of pregnancy, and their friend Marina. For the bulk of the live stream, they seem to have been drinking heavily, listening to music, and eating. About 2.5 hours into the stream, a viewer pays Stas $1,000 to beat Valentina and lock her outside. Valentina and Stas begin to argue, and she pulls out a knife and threatens him with it. He pushes her down into her chair, where she again waves the knife before falling to the floor. After this fight, Stas reportedly stripped Valentina down to her underwear and locked her outside in the freezing cold after pouring cold water on her. She tried to grab a jacket.
She did pull a knife out on him, but getting a donation, I'm guessing that she pulled it out after he got a donation after that. She was probably fucking terrified that he was gonna actually do it, which he ends up doing. Maybe that was her intuition coming out like, oh my god, wait, I'm not safe right now. Fight or flight.
But he took it from her because he said that the cold would make her sober up. The temperature that night was between -3 to -8 degrees Celsius, or 17 to 26 degrees in Fahrenheit. Stas was fully aware of the weather conditions, and he even told Marina to close the window so they didn't freeze earlier.
What's terrible too is like, her fucking friend was there. Why did she not help her fucking friend? Why did nothing get done? Like, her friend is helping, essentially. I hope she got charged as well.
Earlier on in the stream. Stas also told the viewers that Valentina had issues with her bowels and she had to stay outside because she stunk. She could be heard banging on the door for some time.
Which is also just like publicly humiliating. Saying that she stunk and that's why she's outside. Like, what the fuck?
While he continued to stream. Eventually, when Stas went outside to let her back in, he found her collapsed on the ground with no pulse. He dragged her lifeless body to the doorway, just in view for the stream. You can hear him say, "Valya, are you alive?"
What's crazy is like his first thought was to put the body in camera view and not call the fucking ambulance. Someone to make sure she's okay. Put her in some warm clothes, like nothing, just...
"My bunny, what's up with you?" Valya, damn, you look like you're dead." "Bunny, come on, tell me something, I'm worried." "Damn, I'm not feeling her heartbeat." "Guys, no pulse, she's pale. She's not breathing. Wake up, Valya, I love you, wake up."
You do not love her. And the crazy thing is too, like his demeanor and stuff, I mean, she's talking over it, but like, he does not sound like he's freaking out. He sounds calm as fuck. He literally sounds unbothered, dare I say. What?
He also makes a weak attempt at resuscitating her. He eventually picks her body up and carries her to the couch before moving back to the chair and calling an ambulance. As he waits for them to arrive, he zooms his camera closer to her face before playing music and drinking alcohol again. Eventually,
Yeah, but you love her, and you're sitting there fake crying as your girlfriend is fucking dead. You killed her. You did that. And then you're like live streaming it. What the fuck? You're not immediately ending that shit and like making sure, like, dude.
Eventually, authorities arrived and Valentina was pronounced dead. Stas continues the live stream for 45 minutes despite being asked several times to stop. He has over 1,500 viewers at this point, and he gets donations from people telling him not to stop the live stream. He finally turns it off over 2 hours after finding her body. The video of this live stream remains.
One of the crazier things about this too is, how did them sitting there reporting the live, like, because I'm sure he was getting fucking reported. There's a dead body in the background. How is that not getting reported? How is he still, like, able to still just be live streaming? Because it seems like a while goes by. If, like, I don't know why they're not fucking rushing there, but that's just fucking nuts.
Remained up on YouTube for a day before being taken down. While he was crying and appeared remorseful at first, he told reporters that he didn't do anything wrong and suggested that her death was actually caused by a drug overdose. Of course, the livestream footage shows that this wasn't the case. Initially, Valentina's death was suspected to be caused by hypothermia. However, later reports state that the official cause of death was actually closed craniocerebral trauma from being hit on the head repeatedly. Stas was charged with intentional infliction of.
She didn't die from even being outside because of the cold that he left her in. She died because he beat her so bad that she had trauma, a fucking brain bleed.
Stas was charged with intentional infliction of grievous bodily harm resulting in death, and he's facing up to 15 years in prison. He's currently in a pre-trial detention center and said that he's confident that he'll be acquitted, despite admitting to beating Valentina. While some news sources describe this as a prank gone wrong, this wasn't an isolated act. Stas has a long history of inflicting pain and humiliation on numerous people, including Valentina, for money and views from his sadistic fan base. During one stream, a viewer paid for Stas to pepper spray Valentina. She laid on the couch, shouting in fear and appearing to be experiencing a panic attack. Instead of comforting her, Stas sprays her in the face, then calmly.
What's just freaking terrible is the fact that this happened multiple times and there's witnesses. And like both the streams where they like, or maybe even more of them, this abuse literally had witnesses that didn't do shit. Her life, she could possibly still be here if they would have just done something and not just sat and watched. Fucking terrible, bro. I literally have fucking goosebumps.
Calmly sits down at his chair and continues streaming as if nothing happened, while she screams in agony. I'll play a censored version of the clip now, but please be warned, it's very difficult to watch.
Стас, я серьёзно, ты чё, блядь, ну Стас, бля, ей и так хуёво, ты не боишься?
Она заебала мозги ебать.
The fucking laugh and smile about it after it happens. Are you fucking kidding me? And you barely actually tried stopping him from doing that. And then you like laughed at it after. Prime example of if you surround yourself with shitty people, you're a shitty person too. They should all be like fucking held accountable, and I hope they all were held accountable for all this. Like, what in the hell?
Чё она орёт нахуй? Какая опущенная. Чё она мозги ебать?
Это смерть, блядь.
Смотри, что-нибудь, блядь! Да пожалуйста! Господи, блядь, ублюдки!
Нахуй мозги ебать, пока она ебется. Нахуя?
In another stream, a woman assaulted Valentina before pouring food over her. Stas was enraged. He threw the woman to the ground and beat her, breaking her nose while the onlookers in the room and the stream viewers just watched in amusement. Stas was also a major perpetrator of the abuse of a man named Valentin, who according to some online sources is homeless, suffers from alcoholism, and may be mentally ill. In 2019, Stas reportedly lured Valentin to his apartment with promises of alcohol, a roof over his head, and a good time. Initially, Stas was moderately friendly, but his attitude quickly shifted and he began to bully and torture him for money. Valentin was given only a very small fraction of the donations earned on these streams. The bullying started with what Stas called baptisms, where viewers would donate money to have him pour ice water on Valentin when he wasn't paying attention or was sleeping. Stas would also take donations to break eggs on the unsuspecting Valentin's head. Stas would commonly avoid leaving his computer to go to the bathroom during streams, so he would urinate in a cup. He tried to get his viewers to pay him to pour it on Valentin, but no one was interested.
This just goes to show that he enjoys not only like humiliating people, but also causing harm to people. He enjoys it. He's offering up ways and fucked up things he can do to people. Like seriously, I hope this dude got life. Actually, I'm about to like look it up now. He was only sentenced to 6 years. That means he will literally be out next year. 6 years.
Stas to make Valentin drink it, which he did many times by pretending that it was beer or simply by forcing him.
He's like a creepy. What a fucking creepy creepster. What the hell?
Есть элитный эликсир.
He's having so much fucking fun with it too.
Put up with the abuse for so long and was described as being a willing participant. However, Valentin eventually grew tired of the bullying and said that he didn't want to take part of it. He tried to leave the apartment and
Also, his apartment's fucking disgusting, bro.
there are numerous videos of Valentin being humiliated, slapped, and beaten during this time. Valentin reportedly spent 6 months in the apartment before escaping while Stas was having sex with a prostitute. However, despite begging to be freed on stream and crying, he still returns to be abused.
Probably for the little bit of money that he was getting. He was homeless. He probably didn't have another way to get any fucking money. I honestly just suck.
Stas also tortured and humiliated a disabled man for money from his viewers. In one video, he laughs as the man is being hit across the face. The same man is assaulted on several other live streams, usually being forcefully slapped to the amusement of Stas and his viewers. He's also forced to drink several liters of oil at the request of a donator.
That's fucking disgusting, bro. Fucking red room type shit, like off the dark web.
Causes him to become very ill, and paramedics had to be called to deal with the situation, which was streamed from start to finish so that Stas could make as much money as possible off of his anguish. One viewer even gave Stas money to make the disabled man get a tattoo of their name.
Like in all these streams, there's people around. They're fucking laughing. Like they're all drunk, I'm assuming, and maybe on other substances, and just complete menaces to society. I really truly hope that in a year when this guy is supposed to get out, he gets more time, he gets more sentencing. Hopefully he's banned off all these streaming platforms. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.